No one knew what this season held for the New York Jets. A rookie head coach, a quarterback coming off a second surgery on his throwing shoulder. But here they are, poised at the door to the playoffs. Experience the playoffs on CBS, brought to you in high definition by Sony.
There was a moment there where I thought, that was a pretty doggone good throw. I can probably play.
My sophomore year against Thomasville, I only got 3 balls. And those 3 went for 144 yards and 2 touchdowns. I knew right then that I was on my way.
And the stadium was rocking, it was packed. Got a total of 400-some yards. That's when I knew.
When people stopped calling me Archie's boy, started calling me Peyton, that was a big moment for me.
Experience all the best live NHL games on NASN. Log on to NASN.com for scheduling, news, and information.
Fight, guys! Just keep fighting! Touchdown, Jets! What a catch! The Jets win it! And the Jets season has a lot of life breathed back into it.
It is a Jets crowd eager to get this game underway, completed, and in the win column so that their heroes in green and white can move on to the postseason. Welcome back to Giant Stadium, everyone, where the Oakland Raiders have won the toss and will get their hands on the football first. Greg Gumbel, Dan Deerdorf, Happy New Year from the Meadowlands. That's Chris Carr, deep to receive. We're underway, week 17. Carr on the run at the 12. Across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. At quarterback for the Raiders today, Aaron Brooks has been bothered by a neck injury. He's going to give it a shot in the starting lineup today. Can he get some protection up front from a line that has surrendered 70 sacks? Left tackle Robert Gallery needs to be better than he has been. With Randy Moss and Jerry Porter sideline, Ronald Curry's been the main target, 57 catches for almost 700 yards. Justin Fargas and Zach Crockett are behind Aaron Brooks. Fargas, and not much there. The Jets' 4-3 defense, a solid front of Ellis, Robertson, Von Oelhoffen, and Brian Thomas with a team-leading 8.5 sacks. Hard-nosed middle linebacker Jonathan Vilma between Barton and Hobson has a team-leading 111 tackles. The secondary is missing injured cornerback Andre Dyson today. David Barrett starts at left corner in his place. 2nd and 8. Fargas again. Lassoed from behind, crossed the 35 to the 37. Sean Ellis and Dwayne Robertson with the stop.
Well, this New York defense today faces an offensive team from Oakland that is really reaching epic proportions of ineptitude. They have numbers that are staggering. Greg mentioned 70 sacks. They are the number 32 ranked team in the NFL because there's no 33 or 34 or 35. They are rock bottom by a big, big number.
On 3rd down, Brooks throws. That's complete, but looks like it's about a yard shy of the 1st down. Ronald Curry made the catch, and at 4th and 1, the punting unit comes on. We asked Art Shell yesterday that with really not much on the line, might he take some extra chances in this game today? And he just basically said, we're going to play to win the football game.
Which means, what do you have to lose?
Leon Washington.
I don't think that involves going for it on 4th down, the first series of the game in your own territory.
Leckler kicks it away. Washington Lets it go into the end zone, and it is a touchback. So the ball will come out to the 20-yard line. And that means the Jets quarterback, Chad Pennington. It is a season that's seen Pennington throw more completions for more yardage than ever before in his career. Looking for grit up front, veteran Pete Kendall holding the fort at left guard between two rookies. The backs and the receivers, Leon Washington had a huge game Monday night in Miami. The Jets won another one from him today. Cedric Houston in the backfield behind Pennington, along with Askew. Double reverse. Here comes Jericho Cotchery, and that's going to lose yardage. The Raiders' 4-3 defense, the fourth best defense in the NFL. Derek Burgess is a terror with 11 sacks. The linebackers, Williams, Morrison, and the outstanding rookie out of Texas El Paso, second-round pick Thomas Howard, and a young and talented secondary led by cornerback Nnamdi Asomugha. He has 8 interceptions on the year. Loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Pennington running out of time and goes down. Derek Burgess, sack number 12 on the season.
Well, Derek Burgess having another outstanding year. There at the bottom of your screen, number 56. Again, it's just hustle. He really did make a good move. He didn't beat Anthony Clement, but the fact of the matter is, by hustling and getting back into it when Pennington had to leave the pocket.
Burgess led the league in sacks a year ago with 16 of them.
Two-time Pro Bowler.
Players jumped as Pennington throws the football away.
And that's something that Chad told us, that he was going to work hard on the cadence. He thought that by using a hard count, he could get the Raiders to come across early.
Offside. Defense, number 56, in a neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Jeff Triplett, our referee today.
There's Rob Ryan, the defensive coordinator of the Raiders, his 3rd year of doing so. Going with the outlaw look. I guess that really plays into the Raiders' mystique.
So now Pennington with a 3rd and 7. Running out of time again, and down he goes. Actually, he never went down. The whistle blows the play dead. But Warren Sapp in on Pennington.
And that's Warren Sapp's 10th sack of the season. 34 years old, Warren Sapp, playing on a really bad Raider team, has had one of his best years. And again, this is just hustle. Nobody open downfield. And Chad Pennington not wanting to make a mistake in his own end of the field. Smart to take the sack instead of putting it up for grabs.
Ben Graham kicks it away. Carr lets it bounce. It takes a jet bounce, and now he grabs it and goes down at about the 34-yard line. 10:53 to play. First quarter, exchange of punts. Oakland back on offense.
Druids Glen Golf Resort, voted European Golf Resort of the Year 2005. A golfer's paradise in the Garden of Ireland. 2 championship golf courses of contrasting design. The luxurious Marriott Druids Glen Hotel and Country Club, featuring 148 specially appointed guest rooms and a magnificent spa and health centre. Visit our driving range, pro shops, golf academy, and get your golfing tips or tuition from our resident PGA teaching professional.
Some people think the internet is a bad thing. A place for mankind to exercise its darkest desires. An open market where you can buy anything you want. Somewhere that is destroying the last of our privacy. Some people think the internet is a bad thing. What do you think?
On a windy day in Week 10, Nathan Vasher made a 108-yard dash for history.
Now running right to the 15. Get back upfield. They got a wall up the right sideline. He's got to get all the way back or time's up. And he might. He's still going. He cuts in. He's going to bring it back. It's going to be a touchdown for the Bears. Holy mackerel, what a finish. Nathan Vasher goes coast to coast.
As you see there, the Raiders, the only team in the league having failed to score a touchdown on its opening drive. Guess what? They're going to finish the season that way.
That joins a long list of negatives for this Raider offense.
From the 34, Brooks calls signals. Trying to set up the screen, and he does. This is Fargas, and Fargas wrestled down at the 39. Eric Barton, Victor Hobson on the stop. Eric Barton, an ex-Oakland Raider, began his career 5 seasons with the Raiders, now in his 3rd year with the Jets.
And a lot of the Raiders stars are on the sidelines. That's Randy Moss with an ankle injury, who's not active today. Of course, Jerry Porter's been on the bench all season long. Lamont Jordan is out of this game as well. Aaron Brooks said the only way I get to play with those guys is on a video game.
Fargas going to try the right side, trying to turn the corner, and can't do it on Brian Thomas. It'll be a 1-yard pickup to the 40.
Boy, and it's been fun for Jets fans to watch Brian Thomas evolve into a really good football player. I think everybody remembers when he was a first-round draft choice of this club back in '02. Didn't play a lot. Some people wondered whether he was a bust or not. But now Eric Mangini has him playing both defensive end and linebacker, and he has evolved into a really, really good player.
How about when you asked him what position he plays? He says, you know, my dad asked me what position I play.
And he said a little bit of everything. And you saw that comparison to the great John Abraham that's moved on to Atlanta.
3rd and 4.
He credits Abraham and Ellis for a lot of help.
On the slant, the pass is complete to Johnny Morant. Loose ball picked up by the Jets. Poteet has the football.
I don't think that ball ever touched the ground. So if it never touched the ground, it doesn't matter whether or not it was a completed pass or not. The ball a little bit behind. Oh, it did touch the ground. Now it's going to be a question whether or not that was a completed pass.
Haagen-Dazs is so thick and creamy. That's why it melts so slowly in your mouth. So the deliciously rich experience lasts and lasts and lasts. And why not try Bailey's ice cream from Haagen-Dazs? The perfect combination. Haagen-Dazs, the longer-lasting pleasure.
Ever wished you could be there to see your team in action? With Game On Holidays, you can combine that big match atmosphere with the holiday of a lifetime for the whole family. We offer city breaks and holidays incorporating all U.S. sports, including NASCAR. All you have to do is visit our website and choose the games or races you want to see, and we'll do the rest. Great seats, great games, great value. Game on!
Led by the dynamic duo of Anquan Boldin and Larry Fitzgerald, the 2005 Arizona Cardinals offense was surely something special. Boldin and Fitzgerald became only the second tandem in NFL history to record 100 receptions and over 1,400 yards each.
With 9:19 to play in the first quarter, Dave Barrett causes the first turnover of the day.
And the Raiders wisely are not going to challenge. Morant had it long enough to be a legal catch.
From the Raider 44, this is Leon Washington. Let's go back to that play.
You've got to possess the ball long enough, and when we look at it again, both feet are down. He still has the ball. He's still working his way upfield, and then David Barrett does a wonderful job of single-handedly pulling the ball away from the grasp of Morant. Look at him right there. Get his right hand on it and just pull it out. And these are the types of problems that have plagued the Raiders offensively all season long.
Pennington from the 43. Gives to Brad Smith. Smith around the left side. A blocker in front of him. To the outside. And finally out of bounds just short of the 20-yard line. First down, Jets.
I think Eric Mangini and his coaching staff very early on identified Brad Smith as a guy that was capable of big plays. The Raiders were in position defensively to make a play, but because of Brad Smith's skill, he made Carr miss. And look at this rookie class for the Jets and how they have contributed. And Brad Smith every week, a little more, a little more.
From the Raider 23, Washington. About 2 to the 21. Talking about those youngsters of the New York Jets. How much praise did Warren Sapp give Mr. Mangold at center?
He said this guy is a real player, and Pete Kendall, who plays next to Nick Mangold, he had the best line of all. He said he's not a rookie. He's never acted like a rookie, has not made a rookie mistake all season long. That's high praise.
That he's old beyond his years. 2nd and 8. Washington. Inside the 20 to the 15.
Well, the rookie class strikes again with Leon Washington. Of course, what a game he had last week, breaking that screen in Miami in the 4th quarter that set up the Jets win. Not a big guy, but again, wonderful instincts, and boy, does he have blazing speed.
Warren Sapp frustrated he didn't make that tackle in the backfield. Washington broke into the 15 where it's 3rd and 2, and Brad Smith back onto the field for New York. Now Smith takes the snap and takes it straight ahead, and it appears to have enough for the first down.
Well, Brian Schottenheimer's had a lot of sleep lately. He's coming up with a lot of wild ones. He starts the game with a double reverse that backfires. But again, keep in mind, this is a college quarterback at the University of Missouri, Brad Smith. He goes right up there and takes the football. And watch out for this guy if he gets in the open field. As an offensive coordinator, it's just like having an Antoine Randall at your disposal. Creativity counts.
Brian Schottenheimer wasn't really discouraged by the failure of that double reverse, was he?
No, I don't think he's it's in his genes. I think he's got a little perseverance.
Brandon Moore limping off the field. He's the Jets starting right guard, and Wade Smith has replaced him. So it's first down, Jets at the Oakland 12. Pennington has yet to put the ball in the air on this drive. Washington. Inside the 10, inside the 5. Dan, that looked like the old Packers sweep, didn't it?
Was that Fuzzy Thurston out in front of that sweep? I think it was Pete Kendall, number 66. Those 66 tend to run together. Leon just look at Kendall out in front. That's got to be reassuring. And a quick snap.
Markers down all over the field.
Well, the Jets, as they are comfortable doing now, running the no-huddle offense where they don't leave the line of scrimmage. It's not necessarily a hurry-up, but it can be if you want it to be. And if you're TV, we can get caught every now and then. So But Chad Pennington really is in love with the way they run their offense at the line of scrimmage.
Offside defense. Unabated since the defensive player was in the backfield at the snap. It'll still be second down.
Second and goal, Warren Sapp pleading the case, as he is sometimes wont to do.
Not a shy man, is he?
Warren said he's going to sit down and very seriously consider his options at the end of the year, whether he wants to go on with a team that is in rebuilding.
Since it's half the distance to the goal, the ball is inside the 4. It's inside the line to gain with the half the distance penalty, so it'll be first down.
So it's first and goal now for the Jets.
And the Raiders, who lead the National Football League in penalties, pad their total.
Adrian Jones, a reserve lineman, has reported in for the Jets as an eligible receiver. He's wearing number 79. Cedric Houston.
Might call this a power formation.
Cedric Houston, the deep back behind Pennington. Gets the handoff. Not going to get to the end zone. Maybe a gain of a half yard at most. It'll be second and goal.
Well, this is a defensive unit for the Raiders that by and large has played with a lot of pride. In other words, they have been put in a tough spot by an offense that has done very, very little during the season. They have held together. They have played the game with energy and at a pretty high level, considering the circumstances.
8th play of this drive. The fake to Houston. Pennington throws. Touchdown. Chris Baker.
Almost impossible to defend when a tight end stays in, pretending to block as long as Chris Baker did. See, look at that. He fakes the block, and then all the way across the formation. It is so easy to get lost. Beautifully executed and sold by Chris Baker and Chad Pennington.
Mike Nugent. Out of the hole by Graham is perfect. 4:54 to play in the first quarter. Chad Pennington. His first pass of the day is a touchdown pass, and the Jets lead at 7-0.
There was a moment there where I thought, that was a pretty doggone good throw. I can probably play.
My sophomore year against Thomasville, I only got 3 balls. And those 3 went for 144 yards and 2 touchdowns. I knew right then that I was on my way.
And the stadium was rocking, it was packed. Got a total of 400-some yards. That's when I knew.
When people stopped calling me Archie's boy, started calling me Peyton. That was a big moment for me.
Nurofen, fast, targeted relief for pain.
Freedom for backs. New heat patches from Nurofen.
Experience all the best live NHL games on NASN. Log on to NASN.com for scheduling, news, and information.
Eric Mangini has had his offense firing on all cylinders early the last 11 games. Johnny Morant with the fumble. The Jets turning it into a 7-point lead.
And they have the Jets, Jets going strong.
This kick is short. Bounces at the 25, bounces forward, picked up by Carr, and Carr going to break it to the outside. Dragged down across the 35 by Rashad Washington. Chad Pennington, 17 touchdown passes on the year. 7-0 Jets.
As well as being a thirst-quenching soft drink,
Yes, that's right, Dave.
a Sprite is also a sort of goblin. This Sprite is not so refreshing at a festival. And it definitely hasn't got any taste.
Here we go. Right and left and right and right. Left and right and right and left.
Try new Sprite Z. Great Sprite taste, 0 added sugar.
The Arctic ice is shrinking at a record pace. Electricity used by lighting is one of the biggest sources of CO2 emissions. New Philips energy-efficient lighting now uses less electricity than ever before, helping reduce CO2 emissions. Simplicity is a light bulb that can help change the world.
From the 36-yard line, Aaron Brooks trying to get the Oakland offense in gear. It has registered 1 touchdown the last 14 quarters. This is Fargas. And Fargas wrapped up by middle linebacker Jonathan Vilma. While we have a moment, CBS Sportsline has the very latest NFL playoff scenarios and in-depth analysis on all the races, plus a special playoff insider blog. It's all online right now at cbssportsline.com. There are so many possibilities in the AFC, and we'll be keeping you updated on them, including Jacksonville and Kansas City momentarily. Brooks fakes the pass, gives to Fargas, and Fargas still on his feet and close to a first down at the 45. Let's get an update from New York to the NFL Today and JB.
Hey, Greg and Dan, take a look at this play by Kansas City's Bernard Pollard, blocking the punt, fellas. Good recognition, spinning around, where's the ball, locates it, beats them to the ball, recovers for the touchdown. Outstanding play. 7-0 Kansas City. Back to Greg and Dan.
JB, thank you. The Jets, numerous ways they can get into the playoff. They'd much prefer to just win this one. Zach Crockett has a first down to midfield and inside the 50 to the Jet 49.
Yeah, both of those teams playing in Kansas City are Raiders fans. While this is going on, they would very much like to see the Jets lose. Gives them a chance.
Raiders with their first down of the day. Once again, up the middle, Fargas with running room inside the 45 to the 43.
Well, as you can see for the Jets, it starts very simply with a win, but all those other scenarios will also get them into the playoffs. If Cincinnati and Jacksonville both lose, or if Cincinnati loses and Tennessee wins, or the combination of Denver and Jacksonville losing together. All of those 4 different ways for the Green to make the playoffs. 3 of them are in the back door. That's not the way they want to go in.
Brooks on the move, being chased, throws, incomplete, intended for number 89, Ronald Curry, off his fingertips.
And there's Kerry Rhodes. What a wonderful season he has had at free safety for the New York Jets. Such a bright future ahead of this guy, only a second-year player. Again, he's just right on top of Aaron Brooks. Forces the bad throw. Brooks never able to get his shoulders turned upfield.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Too many men in the huddle. The reason why Jeff Triplett threw that flag. We saw Jeff Triplett before the game. He said, he's commenting on what a nice day it is. It's a beautiful day here in New York. And Jeff said they gave some thought to going with the short sleeves, but that didn't last too long.
If that had been Ed Hockley, they would have gone with short sleeves.
3rd and 9 now for the Raiders. Brooks needs the Jet 39 for a first down and calls a timeout.
Well, they were out of time.
2:23 to play, first quarter. We'll be back.
For Wilson NFL and GST footballs and much more, visit NASN.com, your home for North American sports merchandise.
You're watching NASN, the North American Sports Network, a new and exciting sports channel dedicated to the best in live North American sports 24/7. On NASN, you can experience over 100 live NFL games this season, plus the playoffs and the Super Bowl live. Watch up to 175 regular season NHL games and live postseason, including the Stanley Cup Finals. Feel the excitement of live Major League Baseball with up to 260 regular season games and exclusive coverage of the World Series. NASN also brings you an exclusive lineup of college sports with live college football and basketball. And with a daily lineup of sports news, talk shows, highlights, and analysis, NASN is your channel for the very best in live North American sports. Visit NASN.com for scheduling news and information.
CBS is taking real celebrities and turning them into real cops. Armed and Famous, a new reality series, premieres Wednesday, the 10th of January, here on CBS.
Whoa!
.223 to play, first quarter. You were noting during the timeout, Raiders already with 3 penalties today, Dan.
Well, they started this game with 105. Keep in mind the Jets only have 67. That's why one of these teams has a winning record and one of them does not.
On 3rd and 9, Brooks under pressure and throws it away. Tried to set up the screen, and the Jeff sniffed it out perfectly.
And Jeff Triplett, the referee, quickly identifying that Rashard Lee, the running back for the Raiders, was right there, and Brooks threw it at his feet, so no intentional grounding.
So Shane Leckler will kick it away, and back goes Leon Washington at his 10. Leckler's first punt traveled 59 yards. Booms this one out of there. And into the end zone. Number 40, Jared Cooper, trying to track it down at the goal line, wasn't successful. And that'll come out to the 20-yard line, where the Jets will put it in play with 2:10 to play in the first quarter.
As did his prior big punt. 2 touchbacks. Yardage is nice, but the touchbacks, that's not what he was looking for.
Eric Mangini rightfully being named among those possible contenders for Coach of the Year honors.
Well, everybody talks about the big turnaround from the 4-12 team a year ago. You got to remember, though, he inherited some good players. It's just that they're healthy this year. The year before, they were a playoff team. So it's not like this was a football team that's been in the basement for 4 or 5 years. They were in the basement for 1 year.
And Pennington calls timeout. First timeout taken by the Jets. We'll be right back.
For Wilson NFL and GST footballs and much more, visit NASN.com, your home for North American sports merchandise.
Here's a look at the turnarounds, the teams that have turned it around best from a season ago. And the Jets that plunged to 4.